So what we will do, we Liberals, will have in mind the interest of Canadians, and we will look this throne speech as a whole, as we have always said, and we will think about the interest of Canadians once we'll have seen the throne speech.
What about the interest of Liberals? Because some people are saying it would be political suicide for you to go to the electorate right now. Why don't you just say we're not ready for an election? Be honest with Canadians and say we're not ready, we can't go now. Why don't you just do that?
It's not a matter of elections. For now, it's a matter of a throne speech. And if the throne speech is written with the view that the government is a minority one, it will be a conservative throne speech, not a liberal one. We accept that. But if it's a throne speech that is outrageous regarding the values in which we believe, we Liberals, we cannot be then in the obligation to support something we think is wrong for Canadians. Although, if it is a throne speech, we don't fully agree because it's not a liberal throne speech, but it has been done in a reasonable way, on the tone that the Prime Minister used just now. Well, okay, then we'll see that in order to be sure that we'll be able to make this Parliament working.
Right, you saw that as a conciliatory tone.
Yes, now, but the week before, not at all. So it's clear that this man is able to change right away about everything.
You also, on this throne speech, you referred to that. Mr. Layton has been daring you to have all your members show up and in the House of Commons and vote either for it or vote against it, but don't do any of this sort of half-measure thing where 3 people show up or abstain or whatever. What are you going to do?
Mr. Layton has a party to manage, and I have a party. I have one, it's enough. He must take care of his own business. Yes, we Liberals will have in mind the interest of Canadians. We have a lot of disagreement with the current government, but at the same time, we want this Parliament to work, and we respect the result of the last election, where it was a Conservative government that has been elected.
Minority government.
Yes, a minority government. If we have a very right-wing, radical throne speech, then it will be different. We'll see if the conciliatory tone of Mr. Harper, the last reincarnation of Mr. Harper, the last one we saw, is the real one, and not the very aggressive one we have seen a week ago when he said that everything would be a vote of confidence and so on and so on.
Yeah, because people are wondering, though, how you can support, if you do support a throne speech, how then can you continue and support all of those confidence motions or, that he puts forward? How can you sit there and support an agenda that your membership doesn't agree with?
I cannot speculate, Jane. I didn't see the throne speech. Let's see it, and at this very moment, we'll make our decision for the interest of Canadians.
Surely you've talked about the strategy, though, of what you're going to do. Surely you know
I think about the principles. I think about the fact that this planet is not in good shape. Fortunately, that we had a Nobel Prize recently, who Mr. Al Gore, who highlights this difficulty, the divorce we have between humanity and the planet. Canada must take the lead of something. It must take the lead of the sustainability of the planet. We have a government now who has postponed the action to the point that the greenhouse gas emissions in Canada, according to independent research centers, will go up until 2050 with the replan of Mr.
So if he does that in his throne speech, something about the environment, how can you what do you do?
If he said, I'm pleased with what we have done, as weak as it may be, and I don't want to do any more, it's different that if he said, I will do more, and this is what I intend to do to correct the weaknesses of what we have done until now. So we'll see what is in the throne speech. I just want to say that we have big challenges. Another one is the competitiveness of our country. Now that our currency is at par, we need to find other Canadian advantages to be sure that the investments will come in Canada and will give good jobs to our families and our workers. And I don't see anything for now. There is no plan from this government.
So that could be
the
a
other
deal
one is the
breaker
poverty.
for you. Yeah.
The poverty. We have 1 million kids in poverty in this country. Since a year and a half, nothing has been done to fight poverty in this country. If the throne speech is not addressing that, it will be a shame.
And you'll have to vote against it, obviously.
We'll see what is in the throne speech.